Hello guys, what is up? It is Zuri, aka the Diamond Ore Creeper here, and I am currently standing on a project that has taken me months to complete, and thanks to the new snapshot, is finally possible. Now, what I have before you is a fully automatic obsidian farm. That's right, fully automatic, not semi-automatic, not anything else, 100% automatic. Auto production, auto harvesting, auto collection, everything. 100% automatic. So, let's just start the explanation. So, right now, I am in the overworld, and I am in the snapshot 13W02A. That's the snapshot I am in right now while I'm filming this, but by now that snapshot is probably long gone. Hopefully this still works in the version you were watching it in. I will keep the title updated, so if it says the current version in the title, then that means it still works. So, what is happening is that this tower of chests filled with rotten flesh and hoppers filled with rotten flesh represents a big mob farm. Imagine you would build a humongous mob farm. It's super efficient. Zombies are constantly dying. The rotten flesh is getting sorted out because people don't usually use rotten flesh for anything. And then it is going into a dispenser, which is constantly pushing it into the end. Now, most of you know that when you go to the end, you spawn on an obsidian platform. But what some of you probably didn't know is that whenever an entity used to just be the player, but recently they made it so all entities can travel through portals, and this includes this rotten flesh here. Like I was saying, when any entity goes through the portal, that obsidian regenerates. So every time a piece of rotten flesh is coming in, any blocks that were placed on top of that obsidian platform are getting deleted, and any blocks taken out of it are getting replaced. They did this because the portal you go into the end is not the same portal you come out of the end. So what this allows people to do is come into the end, fill that platform with lava, leave through the other portal, and then kill the next person coming in. In order to prevent this, they made it regenerate. So, if you come into here, you can see something rather strange. These two sides have flowing water, and these two sides have stationary water. Now, this is an issue with when the rotten flesh comes through the portal and lands here. For some reason, sometimes the water does not update. And so for that, I have a very simple system, if I can get out of here. I simply have dispensers with redstone on top of them, leading up to this one button. So you just press this button once, bam, it sucks up the water. Bam, it dispenses the water, and now if we look on top here, all the water is flowing again. The way that this machine harvests the obsidian is the Wither. Sometimes called the Wither Boss. This is a mob that was added that can be summoned by creating a T of soul sand and putting 3 Wither skeleton skulls on top of it. This mob has a unique power that it can destroy blocks and will drop the entity of that block, even obsidian. So, oh, there's a minecart down here. Let me destroy that. Okay. So, what ends up happening is that when the Wither takes damage, it will destroy all the blocks in a 3 by 3 by 4 tall area around it. And this includes the obsidian here. Then over here, you guys probably have already noticed, I have snow golems. Now, the point of these snow golems is that most of you probably know, like, for instance, if I come here and I take a zombie spawn egg and set my difficulty to easy mode, and I spawn a zombie here, this snow golem, both of these, will shoot the zombie, and it will look like it's taking damage. You saw there, it looked like it was taking damage. However, snowballs don't actually do damage. They do sort of pretend damage, where the mob, like, glows red for a second, does the same thing it does when it takes damage, but its actual health does not go down. Now, this is for all mobs except for Enderman, the Ender Dragon, and the Blaze. They do take damage from snowballs. So that includes the Wither. What that means is that when the Wither is inside here, right underneath where this glass is, it will be getting hit by snowballs being launched from the snow golems, and then it will seem like it's taking damage, so it will destroy all the blocks, but its actual health will not go down. And this is crucial because if its health goes down too quickly, or, depending on how much health you're taking away, if it goes down at all, eventually the wither can die, and then this machine would not be fully automatic. You'd have to replace the wither. So I'm actually just going to demonstrate this now. What you do is you take, where is it? You take soul sand, yes, and you take 3 wither skeleton skulls and a minecart. And the minecart is crucial for reasons I will explain later. What you do is you take this and you create a T of soul sand, and then you place down 2 of the skulls. You set your game mode to hard. This works at any difficulty. And then you place the 3rd skull, and you quickly place the minecart. You grab that, you delete these blocks, and then you wait. Now, as you can see, the wither's health up here is less than half. This is because when the wither goes into a minecart, it stops generating its health. Now, this is not a problem, because even if his health is at halfway, he doesn't take any extra damage from the snowballs. So as you also saw, he destroyed the glass and the signs that were preventing this water from flowing. So that's not really a big deal. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. It really depends on how the water is when he blows it up. If the water is like temporarily gone, like right now, and right now, you get the idea, then he will destroy it. But if it is at its full flowing, like when it's flowing over the edge, then he will not destroy it, the signs, because there's water in the way, and water prevents the explosion from getting to it. So I just do this. One more. I just do this. And these obsidian shields here are to make sure that the snow golems do not die. However, for some reason, this one did die. So I'm just going to quickly replace him, get a block of obsidian, and get some snow and a pumpkin. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place down this, 2 of those, quickly place one of these, and now we can start the machine. But first, let me turn my music down. And now we can start the machine. Okay, and go. As you can already hear, immediately the wither starts getting hit by snowballs and starts destroying the obsidian. So I'm going to go over here quickly and watch the obsidian start to flow in. So there we go. It's only been going for a few seconds, keep in mind, and let's track how much obsidian we already have. 21 obsidian in less than 20 seconds, easily. Ready? We're coming up 22, 26, then from 26, let's see, to 41, 26 to 41, 41 to 61, to 62. It's going really, really fast. I haven't done the actual math of how fast it generates, but it does a lot more than 1 per second on average. Let's see how much we get here. That was 2. Went from 2 to 19. 19 to 46. 46 to 51. This is just absolutely ridiculous. Now, another thing is that this machine is completely survival safe. Game mode S. And this is because the wither is tracking the snow golem, so he won't bother you. So I can jump up and down here, do anything I want, totally safe. So let me switch back into game mode C, just for, this explanation. And something about the minecart is that the minecart, unlike a boat, when sitting in flowing water, will not move, so that minecart will stay stationary. The minecart also can have items flow through it, so these obsidian will not get caught on the minecart, they will flow through. And lastly, because the minecart is an entity and not a block, the wither does not destroy it. There is only one problem with using the minecart, and that is something that happens is that when you leave the end and come back in, or when you exit and re-enter the game, the wither is no longer in the minecart. When you come back in, the wither has freed himself from the minecart and can fly around the end, killing endermen and break this machine. So that means whenever you exit the game or whenever you leave the end, you have to kill the wither. Or hopefully Mojang will fix this, but for now, that's how you have to do it. So I'm going to collect what's happened since then. Wow, okay. Okay, I don't even know how much that was. That was a lot. And that was only going for a few seconds since the last cut in the video. So, the reason this took me so long to build is because they keep making small changes to the Wither. When he first came out, he could only shoot out of these two little side heads, his little blockbuster projectiles, is what they're called. And so, what that would mean is that if you had him in a minecart, and that minecart was sitting on top of another minecart, it would put him at just the right height, so that he couldn't shoot anything but this obsidian, but he could still be hit by a snow golem. Now, then what they did is then they made it so that he could shoot projectiles out of his center head, so then that design no longer worked and he could still kill the snow golems. 1 second, let me, so 55, 59, 60, went from 64 and another 61. So then another thing that they changed just recently is that now, like cows and sheep, the very top of the hitbox is more than 1 block tall. For instance, in a cow's hitbox is a block and a half. And the same thing for the Wither's center head. It is more than a block tall, and therefore, something that's new is that when his head is partially in the obsidian, he doesn't take suffocation damage as long as the top part of his head is exposed. So what this made it possible to do is that now you can make it so that his two little side heads are completely submerged in this obsidian, and his head is partially in this obsidian, so he cannot shoot the snow golems, but the top of his head is exposed, and therefore the snow golems can shoot him. Now, as you can see, this machine is very compact, does not require any complicated redstone, is extremely efficient, survival safe, easy to build. The only problem is that you have to kill the Wither every time, but that's not that difficult since he can't fight back. You can just hit him for a few minutes and you're fine. He can't escape the minecart. So it's like you can fight him, but he can't fight back. And one last thing, you may be saying that it does take a lot of obsidian, and that is just to muffle the explosion from when he initially gets spawned. But because you have to build this in the end, it really doesn't take that much obsidian. You could probably get all the obsidian you need to build it out of one of these pillars. Maybe this one's pretty tall, maybe even a small one like one of the ones over there. And so, I hope you guys find this information useful. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. If you build your own version of this or use any of the technology in this video, I ask that you please give me some amount of credit because I've been working on this for a long time. It could be saying my name, it could be telling your viewers to check out my channel, it could be putting my channel in the description. Anything will do, I just ask for some amount of credit because I came up with this. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.